Hello viewers, welcome to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. Today we discuss Ethiopia as an investment destination. Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, is a rugged, landlocked country split by the Great Rift Valley. With archaeological finds dating back more than 3 million years, it's a place of ancient culture. Ethiopia, which is officially known as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is the most populous landlocked country in the world, has a total area of 1,100,000 square kilometers, and over 117 million inhabitants. It is the 12th most populous country in the world and the second most populous in Africa. The country has 74.3 million hectares of arable land. Out of this, over 3 million hectares of land have been made available for investment, which offers one of the largest and most diverse agricultural investment opportunities on the continent. In total, Ethiopia FDI stock was estimated at $27.4 billion in 2020. During 2020 to 2021 Ethiopian budget year, 132 new giant investors from Europe and other countries have already licensed and commenced production in the country. In this video, we will be taking a look at why you should invest in Ethiopia. Before we delve into the main topic, let's take a critical look at the salient points of this topic. If you are new to Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more business expert videos. Also, visit our website www.bigmanbusiness.com for more international business news and updates. Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, is a rugged, landlocked country split by the Great Rift Valley. With archaeological finds dating back more than 3 million years, it's a place of ancient culture, which is officially known as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is the most populous landlocked country in the world. Ethiopia has a total area of 1,100,000 square kilometers and over 117 million inhabitants. It is the 12th most populous country in the world and the second most populous in Africa, and the country has 74.3 million hectares of arable land. Out of this, over 3 million hectares of land have been made available for investment. Ethiopia offers one of the largest and most diverse agricultural investment opportunities on the continent. In total, Ethiopia's FDI stock was estimated at $27.4 billion in 2020. During the 2020 to 2021 Ethiopian budget year, 132 new giant investors from Europe and other countries have already licensed and commenced production in the country. Now, let's take a holistic look at Ethiopia as a country, culture, and history. In the Horn of Africa is a rugged, landlocked country split by the Great Rift Valley. With archaeological finds dating back more than 3 million years, it's a place of ancient culture. Among its important sites is Lalibela with its rock-cut Christian churches from the 12th to 13th centuries. Ethiopia, which is officially known as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is the most populous landlocked country in the world, which shares borders with Eritrea and Djibouti to the north, Somaliland to the northeast, Somalia to the east, Kenya to the south, South Sudan to the west, and Sudan to the northwest. Ethiopia has a total area of 1,100,000 square kilometers and over 117 million inhabitants, and it is the 12th most populous country in the world and the second most populous in Africa. The national capital and largest city, Addis Ababa, lies several kilometers west of the East African Rift that splits the country into the African and Somali tectonic plates. Ethiopia is a multicultural and multi-ethnic country. Religion is a major influence in Ethiopian life, that is, nearly half the population belongs to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, but there is also a large Muslim population. Others adhere to an ancient form of Judaism, and different investment-related information indicates that Ethiopia is being considered a promising place for investment. The investment information providers assure that the country is a strategic destination for multinational investors following its diversified investment opportunities and various investment incentives by the government. The Ethiopian government provides various investment incentives to local and multinational investors, which includes capital incentives, industrial raw material supply, construction and laboratory, as well as effective transportation service provisions. The Ethiopian government is aggressively working towards increasing transport, electric power, and telecom, among other infrastructures access in agriculture, textile and apparel, leather and leather products, pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, ICT, power generation, mining, tourism, among others are the strategic sectors for investment as identified by the government. The country has 74.3 million hectares of arable land. Out of this, over 3 million hectares of land have been made available for investment. Ethiopia offers one of the largest and most diverse agricultural investment opportunities on the continent, with the inauguration of numerous industrial parks across the country is also the other strategic opportunity to attract potential investors. The industrial parks are both government and private owned. Facilities in industrial parks include one-stop service, dedicated power substation, waste treatment facilities, commercial buildings and housing facilities, health stations, fire brigade, and 24/7 security service. The new homegrown economic reform aspires to address foreign exchange challenges and sought to generate tangible revenue by boosting export volume. The economic reform strengthens multinational investors to join investment in the country. Different investment incentives have been offered by the homegrown economic reform policy so as to attain well-established economic growth. Experts applaud having a well-organized homegrown economic policy will have a significant role in realizing Ethiopia's sustainable development by ensuring rapid economic growth. Foreign direct investment in Ethiopia. According to the recent World Bank report, Ethiopia tops East Africa in attracting FDI, with almost half of the inflows to the East African region. The existing suitable development policies, the government's special attention to the sector, competitive and trainable labor force are among the major factors that enable the country to become successful in attracting FDI. As one of the largest recipients of FDI in Africa, Ethiopia has attracted several global brands highlighting competitive investment opportunities. Ethiopian Investment Commission, EIC, Public Relations Directorate Director Henrik Solomon told the Ethiopian Herald that the country has attracted $2.05 billion foreign direct investments, FDI, within 9 months of the recently passed Ethiopian budget year. This FDI inflow has been registered amid the COVID-19, global inflation, and internal stability challenges on the investment sector. Currently, EIC is undertaking massive investment reforms. The new investment proclamation had been ratified by the Council of Ministers during the past budget year, improving ease of doing business, expanding employment opportunities, promoting FDI inflow, providing standardized infrastructural facilities, among others are the major priorities of the Commission, the director said. More importantly, as to him, the Commission has done successful activities regarding motivating multinational investors to join investment in industrial parks and facilitating all the necessary preconditions timely. It is pleased to satisfy the need of investors at any time and anywhere. The number of multinational investors joining investment in the country is increasing year after year following the government's measures to promote investment. Various international-level known manufacturing industries and other local companies are eyeing joining investment in various industrial parks throughout the country. According to him, during the 2020-21 Ethiopian budget year, 132 new giant investors from Europe and other countries have already licensed and commenced production in the country. 12 local manufacturing investment projects have joined in investment in industrial parks following the government's efforts to support domestic investment. The industrial parks have generated $129 million only from leather and leather products. Regarding job opportunities creation, 58,631 new jobs had been created by the industrial parks. Currently, 237 multinational and local projects have commenced operation and manufacturing by the reported Ethiopian budget year. For instance, the $600 million giant cement factory, the Lemmy Green Building Materials Company operated and run by Ethiopians and British investors had been licensed by the same Ethiopian budget year. An Indonesian company with over $100 million has joined investment in machinery and spare parts manufacturing. Out of the total multinational investment projects, 58% are licensed in manufacturing, 37% in the service sectors, and the rest 5% in agriculture, he noted. Foreign direct investment in Ethiopia. According to United Nations Center for Trade and Development's World Investment Report 2021, FDI inflows to Ethiopia declined by 6% to $2.4 billion in 2020, despite the fact that they accounted for more than a third of foreign investment in the subregion. In total, FDI stock was estimated at $27.4 billion in 2020. Although the Ethiopian economy suffered from the COVID-19 pandemic, especially in hospitality, aviation, and other services, it still grew by a substantial 6.1%. Investment rate in Ethiopia. The manufacturing, agriculture, and hospitality industries attracted the highest shares of investment in 2020. The government has launched a program to facilitate foreign investment in the production of personal protective equipment, and several Chinese companies have already started production. Most foreign investment is directed towards the oil refining, mining, real estate, manufacturing, and renewable energy sectors. The country has also taken advantage of the crisis in Bangladesh's textile sector to attract foreign textile companies. China is one of the largest investors, accounting for 60% of new FDI projects approved, with significant investments in manufacturing and services. The other main investor countries are Saudi Arabia, the United States, India, and Turkey. Challenges of investment in Ethiopia. There are a number of constraints to foreign investment, namely the high interference of the state in the economy, poor condition of infrastructure, difficulties related to land acquisition, strict foreign exchange controls, very high transaction costs, and weakness of institutions. The Ethiopian government keeps exercising full control over the services sector. Ethiopia has been ranked 159th worldwide for the ease of doing business in the World Bank's 2020 Doing Business report. This position was the same that the country occupied a year earlier. Nevertheless, Ethiopia made progress in registering properties. Among others, the country improved the quality of its land administration system by publishing the official list of documents required for property registration. Significant progress has been made in terms of transport infrastructure and electricity production in order to improve Ethiopia's attractiveness. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which currently generates 6,000 megawatts on the Blue Nile, aims at increasing hydroelectric capacity to 37,000 megawatts by 2037. The impending privatization of the state-owned railway, maritime, air transport, logistics, electricity, and telecommunications sectors is expected to boost private investment, as is the creation of special economic zones. The new investment law adopted in 2020 should further strengthen the business environment. The country benefits from abundant and low-cost trainable labor, and enjoys a strategic location giving access to lucrative markets in the Middle East and Europe. However, it depends on Djibouti for its access to the Red Sea and Suez Canal. What to consider if you invest in Ethiopia? Ethiopia is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, with GDP growth averaging 10% in the last decade according to the IMF. Ethiopia is the second largest market in Africa, with a population of around 102 million people and a rapidly growing middle class, a relatively stable climate for investors. The country has lower levels of corruption compared to the regional level, which is a widespread territory. Ethiopia is rich in natural resources and extremely fertile. Foreign investors have the right to make remittances out of the country in convertible foreign currency at the prevailing rate of exchange. The country has the second largest labor force in Africa in terms of the number of people. The manufacture of weapons and ammunition can only be undertaken in joint ventures with the government. Procedures relative to both foreign and domestic private entities have the right to establish, acquire, own and dispose of most forms of business enterprises except for a few strategic sectors. All land is owned by the state but can be leased for up to 99 years. A majority holding interest in a local company by a foreign investor is legal in Ethiopia. A foreign investor intending to buy an existing private enterprise or buy shares in an existing enterprise needs to obtain prior approval from the Ethiopian Investment Commission (EIC). Ethiopia's investment code prohibits foreign investment in banking, insurance, and financial services, along with the following sectors: broadcasting, air transport services for up to 50-seat capacity, travel agency services, forwarding and shipping agencies, retail trade and brokerage, wholesale trade with some exceptions, and most import trade. Foreign investment opportunities in Ethiopia. We have identified 6 major sectors of investment opportunities in Ethiopia. These are transport infrastructure. Many national and regional projects are currently being undertaken to improve the transportation system for land, air, or sea travel. Industrial sector. One main focus of the country now is to increase production in sugar, textiles, leather products, and cement. The industrial sector is expected to be a major contributor to the economic output of the country by the year 2025. Agriculture. Despite being the largest contributor to the economic output of Ethiopia, the agricultural sector still looks for methods to present opportunities for better farming technology. In fact, 8 million acres are now being offered to commercial farming investors. Energy. The country's aim to be the regional exporter of energy is very evident with all the wind, solar, hydropower, and geothermal projects underway. Mining. Due to its rich resources of minerals including gold and tantalum deposits, there's no doubt that Ethiopia will double its exports in the years to come. ICT. The innovation of 4G and 3G will increase the demand for advanced technologies such as telemedicine, video conferencing, and distance learning. With all these developments that Ethiopia prospers and projects that are still ongoing, this country will certainly emerge as one with immense business opportunities. However, if you plan to venture into business in a country like Ethiopia, utilize our export developers to enable you to be familiar with the kind of market and people you'll be dealing with. Before we draw the curtain on this topic, let's also inform you that the multi-party elections opened many great doors for Ethiopia. One of its effects was the realization of the Growth and Transformation Plan, which was adopted to fulfill and achieve the aspirations of the future. The plan specifically aims to guide Ethiopia in attaining development in many areas such as agriculture, rural development, infrastructure, and good governance. Among the many objectives of the plan, a major one is to ensure that the country maintains its average GDP growth rate for it to achieve its Millennium Development Goals. In line with this plan, some infrastructure development projects are ongoing, making Ethiopia more attractive to foreign investments. One of these projects is the improvement of various airports, specifically the Bole International Airport, reconstruction of some domestic airports, and the construction of the 5th International Airport, which is expected to accommodate a larger amount of passengers in 2020. Road and railway projects are also ongoing, which will, of course, improve the transportation sector of Ethiopia. A 6 gigawatts generated power plant is also anticipated to realize in 2017. This project will not only benefit the country but also its neighboring countries such as Sudan and Egypt. The development of Dire Dawa and Adama industrial zones is also in a process that will definitely improve the industrial sector of the country. That will be all about Ethiopia as an investment destination. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.